Yo, my precious Gen Zs, bro. They on y'all ass again, bro. And look, I'm at the tail end of millennial, just at the beginning of Gen Z, so I might just consider myself one of y'all, right? So apparently we don't got no survival skills. I wanna see what this is about, right? Maybe we can learn as well from, you know, our lack of survival skills on how to develop some new survival skills. I don't know. M.O.S.
Yeah, how the fuck I'm getting locked out? Yeah, when I'm standing in the gap with my cock out.
But yeah, you've totally got it right.
Yeah,
Basement setting, which makes.
That's what I'm saying. Who runs that club? Do you have any information of like the individuals that run that club?
So the folks behind the La Constellation Club are this French couple, Jack and Jessica Moretti. It sounds like they actually moved to Crans-Montana and opened the club back in 2015 after falling in love with the area during a trip. They've got a bit of a reputation as these hardworking hospitality pros.
Hospitality pros. So above their club, is it what is above that club though? Like what is above that club? Is it an establishment that they own as well?
You know, that's a great question. So yeah, the club's downstairs, and if you head upstairs, it's actually a whole different scene. They've got this cozy little wine bar and restaurant that the Morettis run as well. So it's like a multi-tiered thing. The club's in the basement. Then there's this more laid-back spot above it where you can grab a glass of wine and chill out. It's definitely a different vibe up there, and yes, the same folks run both.
Yeah, but
so
you know what the crazy thing is the fact that, you know, there's actually footage of this thing. Like I wouldn't expect there to be any video, as I would expect for people to, you know, instead of grabbing their phones first to, you know, record footage of what's going on, you know, with this fire that's burning in front of me. I wouldn't my first instinct, well, if I'm a logical human being, I won't just like pull up my phone to just like capture the moment, so to speak. I would want to run out. Now I'm surprised, you know, there's a lot of footage of this, like clear footage, 4K, every last aspect of it like captured. Like what does that tell you about, you know, the you know, Gen Z's sense of urgency when it comes to a situation like what happened at La Constellation?
Oh, totally. It's wild, right? I mean, the fact that people instinctively reach for their phones even when there's chaos unfolding. Like there's a literal fire and yet they're thinking, let me get this on camera. It definitely says something about the times we're living in, right? It's like documenting the moment sometimes overrides the urge to bolt for the exit. It's just a different kind of reflex. I guess it's partly about how.
Yeah. Okay. Let me paint to you a scenario. And I want a true or false answer from you, right? Do you think let's say Gen Zs were running the world and running like, you know, a certain country, and you know that country has to go to war. Like okay, let's say that country is getting attacked by, you know, their ops, their enemies, and they're about to drop a nuclear bomb on people. Like what do you think? Do you think Gen Zs, because I would assume that as the Gen Z leader of that country, the first instinct of these motherfuckers is to grab a phone and just like take some footage of that nuclear bomb that's approaching their people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just like urgently, I don't know, pulling together you know, defense mechanisms so that they could just protect themselves from this nuclear thing and look, a nuclear bomb type situation is, yeah, that's damn near non-defendable, right? Because it's too. But I really think their first instinct would just like to make sure that they capture. You make sure that you capture that nuclear bomb. You make sure that your video captures what model that bomb is, and you know what I'm saying? Things like that. I think they'd die. Do you think that's true or false? I think they'd die before they get to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? With all the footage in their pockets though. Saved. Safely. You know what I'm saying? And their lives gone. I think that's what would happen.
Yeah, it's a pretty wild reflection on the times, huh? I mean, the idea of
no, and look, this is just an extreme example that I'm painting. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like this is a generation that, like, you know what I'm saying, obviously they're gonna grow older and they're gonna have to lead very, very important aspects of reality. their own environment and things like this. I'm just like nervous as to like the future of, you know, their decision making, man. Like moving forward. Imagine a Gen Z president. How do you think things will turn out, co-pilot? Be honest with me. Be honest. Considering, you know, the actions of the Gen Zs that were in the club, you know, instead of looking out for their own survival, they just whip up their phones and, you know, things like that. What do you think a future that's ran by that type of Gen Z is gonna look like, bruh? Be honest, be honest, be honest.
Honestly, that's a great point. I mean, we're definitely seeing a shift in priorities, right? It's like documenting the moment almost becomes instincts, but at the same time, you know, Gen Z's all super resilient and really tech savvy. So I think the future they're shaping is going to be kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, they're going to bring a lot of innovation, a lot of creativity. On the other hand, yeah, there might be moments where you're like, hey, let's put down the phone and focus on what really matters, you know what I'm saying? In the moment. So it's a mix.
Yo.
I think they'll figure it out their own way.
Yo, can you... Yo, co-pilot. Yo, are you listening to me? Shit. That nigga was overwhelmed by the conversation. Yo, this... Look, I get it. This motherfucker damn near traumatizing. Y'all got my boy co-pilot running away from the thing, man. That's crazy, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But yo, this just doesn't leaving you like wondering the kind of... Because, okay, for example, let's say a Gen Z president, you know what I'm saying? Let's say maybe they, you know... Let me just point to you a hypothetical, right? Let's say the future of your country's your country's future president. Let's say they were in that club and they happened to survive. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, they never change their ways of thinking and they're still like this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they were they were one of the people that were just kept capturing the moment before thinking, yo, let's get the fuck up out of here, or yo, let's grab a, I don't know, fire extinguisher before the thing gets worse, right? Let's say that kind of person becomes your country's president. How do you think the future of your country is gonna go, bruh? And look, I'm not even talking about countries, dog. I'm talking about like these niggas is finna lead families, dog. Something happens in your house, a sense of, you know, something that just, you know, is urgent. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your house is breaking down, your kitchen is burning up and shit like that. What are you doing first? You know, let's see, robbers are coming to fucking kick your door down. What are you grabbing first? Right? Is it that Glock with a switch, you know, to protect you and yours, or is it your phone first before grabbing the gun? Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm just like now curious the kind of future that, you know what I'm saying, is to be presented to reality with like the kind of human beings that Gen Zs are. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's pretty shaky. But then again, let's go ahead and you know, conclude this point with this. Not every Gen Z thinks like this, dog. Because for a lack of a better expression, right, I will go ahead and say this. I hope a bunch of Gen Zs are freaking traumatized from that kind of incident. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the ones that were there, the hundreds that were injured, RIP to the, I don't know, 40-something plus that were dead. But at this point, dude, do we even say RIP? Because, you know, you gotta get rid of like minds that don't, you know, that can't make the better decisions, bruh. Because like the rest of your generation's future is at stake for as long as we have minds like this in the world, man. Facts. You know what I'm saying? That's an unpopular take, but like, come on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, for as long as a whole bunch of people are traumatized by things like this, bro, at least we'll have a generation that ensures that this kind of, you know, idiocy doesn't keep going. You understand what I'm saying? Because really, bro, like, y'all finna be the authority in this reality soon. And if this is how things are moving, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know, dog. So much when we talking about like, so much for having a lack of survival skills, right? This is crazy, bro. I feel like these are adults that still have to learn how to, you know, like basic things of life, bro. The basic things of life, how to look out for yourself. They damn near gotta be reminded when to eat and when to go take a shower and shit like that. Like person like this, man, I don't know. Or Am I just, y'all think I'm being too hard on these? Nah, bruh, come on, bruh. I'm not being too hard on shit, nigga. This is real. This is crazy, man.